Hi YouTube, my name is Sean and welcome to my tutorial EVA Foam Armor Robot Road to Dragoncon 2015. Tell you a little bit of what's going on in this video series. Now, I don't have any experience working with EVA foam. I've always loved robots and mecha, and Dragoncon is a really big, cosplay turnout. So I've always wanted to sit there and participate. Making a full-size mecha suit just really isn't in my budget. I ran across EVA foam while searching YouTube and was really impressed with what they could do with it, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm a novice. I'm just starting out. I've searched all through YouTube and I've got all the best tips and tricks added to my favorites on my computer, and what I'm going to do here is accumulate all those together and put it into a custom robot EVA foam mecha suit. Now I'm literally starting from the ground up, and let me start off with these, and those are the stilts. So here's my stilts that I've built. These are the prototypes, just with stuff I had here at home and in my shed. And I wanted to sit there and just get a feel for them. I didn't want anything too big or too small. Like I said, I combed through all the YouTube videos and I came up with these. So I'm just going to kick off my shoes here. I'm going to put these on, show you what they're like. Now, I made all of these from wood and extra little things here and there that I picked up from Home Depot. Get this on. I'm going to start off and just going to show you how, what they look like here. I got really good movement with these on. And the reason being is I'm not strapped into the leg braces yet. If you ever want to build a costume about this high or a little bit shorter, you of course can forego the leg braces, but because I'm this high, I wanted to do the leg braces to shore it up. I really got some really good movement. I'm going to have toes into the feet of the costume, so I want some articulation, so I put some toes in there. It's just a simple hinge that I have here in the shed, but you can pick those up for about a couple bucks. Here on the side, I've got this metal brace. It's actually a corner piece. I got this at Home Depot. It was $4. It came in a 4-foot section. I cut it in half, so it's 2 feet. I cut out a couple notches here, hammered it nice and flat, and here we have a PVC pipe. And this is what I cut it out for. You can buy a 3-foot section at Home Depot for about $5. And basically I cut out a section, and I sit there and I cut it in half, and with a heat gun, expanded it a little bit so it fit on my leg. I already had a nut and bolt set with washers to secure it to, and pretty much, other than the 1-inch screws. Now, what I ran into is, I used 1-inch wood screws here. They needed washers because they went right through these holes, and so I need a little something more to surface to bite down on. So you do need some washers. The hinges came with screws already, and I used those. And for the main piece here, all of this is 1 3/4 inch screws. I needed enough depth and bite to get into there. Now, I'll back up a little bit here. Now, these leg braces here have, they come with these strappings. Now, these strappings I got from a backpack. A lot of videos said get it off a backpack, and that's what I did. I went to a thrift store, got a backpack for like $3, and these are the little shoulder pads that go on like when when you have your, have it in like a burst mode, I guess. And I'm using those like that. I'm gonna just buckle myself in here. Now I didn't secure these directly to this because I'm going to be taking parts off of this and putting on my finished product. So I didn't want to sit there and put holes through this when I could simply do this in the first place. Now what happens is I don't get that awesome movement with the ankle anymore because it's strapped directly to my leg. So I get that, but I still get some really good movement. Now the reason I like this design is because I can put the feet more close to the center of my body by actually putting these posts on the inner part of the leg or the bottom of the feet here. That way, if I put them in the center, then I have too much of a stance like this, and then I end up doing that clopping robot-looking thing. I want to have at least some better movement, and these are working just great. Now, when I finish these off, these will be put on to my finished product there. Now I'm going to change out these PVC couplings for my legs. I'm actually going to make them a little bit bigger because I want it to go around my leg a little bit more. And then the inside of it here, right here, is going to have EVA foam, so I don't have those bolts running on my leg. Now I have cut out all the pieces that are involved in these stilts already, and put my shoes back on. I'm going to lay those out for you. Now I got all the wood from the Home Depot, and those people are really nice about cutting the wood for you. So most of the cuts were already done for me. So let me lay this out for you. This is the back of the foot right here. These are going to be the toes with the hinge. As you can see, I marked everything so I wouldn't get confused which one's the left, which one was the right. I've got arrows to show which side was flushest to the wood. And I'm just going to be setting these up for aesthetic purposes, just to show you how they're put together. Now these sections here that I'm holding, these are all 1 foot sections. The bottom pieces are 13 inches long, which is the exact length of my foot. Then I had made cutouts of my feet, get it more exact, and to save on a little bit of weight. So those will fit there. Then of course we have our braces. Now these are each 1 foot 6 inches long, and I cut out a notch. So it's going to be, that notch is going to be the width of this bar here, and then because it has the staggered holes in it, I can put one screw here and then one a little bit further down, so I'm not running into each other. I wouldn't use anything longer than a 1-inch screw on these because it will split. I had it happen on my first ones. That's why I went ahead and just made new ones. And they're going to fit in just like that. Now they will go at a slight angle. The reason being is, if you can move down here, this is a corner piece. And because I wanted this to be flush against the leg and everything like this, that's why this section here is going to have to be at a slight angle. It's going to hug on the inside. Now you want to give yourself at least 1/2 inch on each side here. The reason being is when you have these things fully attached, your EVA foam is going to be glued to the plates. Now I'll be taking the braces from these two and the straps and moving them to this model here, which is my final one. How I got the shoes on here is pretty simple. There's no glue involved in the shoes at all. I cut a hole in the top of this. I removed the inner liner from the shoe. I took a 1-inch screw with a washer, screwed it right to the shoe, right to the bottom. You can see, actually the screws hanging out at the bottom there. And it went straight through, and one in the back. And put the liner back in so it wouldn't like tear up my feet. And that sucker is on there really good. No glue involved at all. But my finished ones, I have another pair of shoes I got at the thrift store. They're going to be glued to here, but they're also going to be screwed in and anchored down. So the next step here for me is going to be taking these, getting a T-square, and making sure that these are all stacked up and shored up. I'm going to be going also against what I did here with my prototype. Now I found that when putting these together, it was so hard flipping this thing upside down and trying to get the screws in and then trying to go to the other side, and things would move around a lot. So what I'm going to do with these is get everything where I want it. I'm going to mark where everything's going to be. I'm going to first glue all the pieces together. That way I can move it around, set the screws, nothing twists, nothing moves, nothing gets out of place. So tune in. My next video will be me actually finally assembling these. I'll go over the pieces and everything that's involved, and I'm going to be doing like one of these once a week until Dragoncon, which is in September. So subscribe, stay in touch. I'd like to hear your comments. I'll see you at Dragoncon 2015.